Hello boys and girls, I'm here with my son today and we are going to read to you a book called The Great Kapok Tree, A Tale of the Amazon Rainforest by Lynne. When you first open up the book, you see a map of the world, and the green spots are where in the world the rainforests are. So there's Africa, and you can see the green right by the equator. There's the rainforest there, and then Brazil and Ecuador, South America. There's the rainforest there, and they show all the beautiful animals that live in the rainforest. We're going to start up here. There's the emerald tree boa. There's the scarlet macaw, the toucan, Brazilian tree frog, a coati. That looks like a swallowtail butterfly, but they call it a scamander. A redneck tanager, a golden tanager, parrot, squirrel monkey, a jaguar, an Antiope butterfly, it's yellow, an anteater, boa constrictor, a silky anteater, a mustache tamarin type of monkey, a woolly monkey, then there's an iguana, another kind of butterfly, a couple of other butterflies, then there's a kinkajou, looks like a little teddy bear. There's a violet-tailed sylph, a papilio butterfly, a red-legged honey creeper bird, a hamadryas aranome butterfly, an ocelot. There's another blue morpho butterfly, parakeet, a puff bird, a poison arrow frog, a katydid, looks like a leaf insect, a baby hootson, and a Vendula arsino butterfly. There's a mommy and baby anteater, and a mother and baby tapir, tree porcupine, a red cock-of-the-rock bird, a urania butterfly, three-toed sloth, and a tree frog. So there are so many animals and insects and birds that live in the rainforest. That's why we have to take care of it. That's what this book will be about. Okay, Ethan's going to start reading.
Two men walked into the forest. Moments before, the forest had been alive with the sounds of squawking birds and howling monkeys. Now all was quiet as the creatures watched the two men and wondered why they had come. The larger man stopped and pointed to a great kapok tree. Then he left.
I wonder why these men are there. Let's see the picture of the man. Oh, it looks like he has an axe. That's not good. Let's see what happens. I'll read. The smaller man took the axe he carried and struck the trunk of the tree. Whack, whack, whack. The sounds of the blows rang through the forest. The wood of the tree was very hard. Chop, chop, chop. The man wiped off the sweat that ran down his face and neck. Whack, chop, whack, chop. Soon the man grew tired. He sat down to rest at the foot of the great kapok tree. Before he knew it, the heat and hum of the forest had lulled him to sleep. So he's cutting down the great kapok tree. asleep. Okay, go ahead, Ethan.
A boa constrictor lived in the Kapok tree. He slithered down its trunk to where the man was sleeping. He looked at the gash an axe had made in the tree. Then the huge snake slid very close to the man and hissed in his ear, "Senor, this tree is a tree of miracles.
Good.
It is my home, where generous of my ancestors have lived. Do not chop it down."
Wow, so the boa is telling the man, this is my home. Please don't chop it down. Let's see what happens next. Wow, look at all the beautiful butterflies on this page. Okay. A bee buzzed in the sleeping man's ear. "Senor, my hive is in this kapok tree, and I fly from tree to tree and flower to flower, collecting pollen. In this way, I pollinate the trees and flowers throughout the rainforest. You see, all living things depend on one another." And there's the bee whispering in his ear, also saying, please don't chop the tree down. This is where I live and how I pollinate to make more pollen and more flowers and more nature. Wow, and now looks like the monkeys are going to come talk to him. Go ahead.
A troop of monkeys scampered down from a canopy of the kapok tree. They chattered to the sleeping man. "Senor, we have seen the ways of man. You chop down one tree, then come back for another and another. The roots of these giant trees will wither and die, and there will be nothing left to hold the earth in place. When the heavy rains come, the soil will be washed away, and the forest will become a desert."
Good reading, Ethan. Okay.
Thank you.
Ooh, look at this. Now these are the birds. A toucan, a macaw, and a cock of the rock flew down from the canopy. "Senor," squawked the toucan, "you must not cut down this tree. We have flown over the rainforest and seen what happens once you begin to chop down the trees. Many people settle on the land. They set fires to clear the underbrush, and soon the forest disappears. Where once there was life and beauty, only black and smoldering ruins remain."
A bright and small tree frog crawled along the edge of a leaf. In a squeaky voice, he piped in the man's ear, "Senor, a ruined rainforest means ruined lives. Many ruined lives. You will leave many of us homeless if you chop down this great kapok tree."
There are all the frogs. They'll have no home. There's a lot of frogs on this page. You want to count them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 frogs.
Wow. Oh, and now we've got a big cat. A jaguar had been sleeping along a branch in the middle of the tree. Because his spotted coat blended into the dappled light and shadows of the understory, no one had noticed him. Now he leaped down and padded silently over to the sleeping man. He growled in his ear, "Senor, the kapok tree is home to many birds and animals. If you cut it down, where will I find my dinner?"
Four tree porcupines swung down from branch to branch and whispered to the man, "Senor, did you know what we animals and humans need in order to live? Oxygen. And Senor, do you know what trees produce? Oxygen. If you cut down the forest, you will destroy that which gives us all life."
There's the porcupines. Yes, without trees, we can't breathe fresh air full of oxygen. Okay. Several anteaters climbed down the kapok tree with their young clinging to their backs. The unstriped anteater said to the sleeping man, "Senor, you are chopping down this tree with no thought for the future. And surely you know that what happens tomorrow depends upon what you do today. The big man tells you to chop down a beautiful tree. He does not think of his own children, who tomorrow must live in a world without trees." I think this is the sloth now.
A three-toed sloth had begun climbing down from the canopy when the man first appeared. Only now did she reach the ground, plodding ever so slowly over to the sleeping man. The spoke in her deep and lazy voice, "Senor, how much is beauty worth? Can you live without it? If you destroy the beauty of the rainforest, on what would you feast your eyes?"
Oh, she's with her baby.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's going to wake up and cut the trees down?
I think he's gonna listen to the animals that whispered into his ear and not cut the tree down.
I hope so. I hope so. Oh, look, there's a boy in this one. A child from the Yanomamo tribe who lived in the rainforest knelt over the sleeping man. He murmured in his ear, "Senor, when you awake, please look upon us all with new eyes."
The man awoke with a start. Before him stood the rainforest child, and all around him, starting where the creatures who depended on the great kapok tree. What wondrous and rare animals they were.
There he woke up and he's looking at all of the amazing animals. Let's see what he does. The man looked about and saw the sun streaming through the canopy. Spots of bright light glowed like jewels amidst the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the great kapok tree. The man smelled the fragrant perfume of their flowers. He felt the steamy mist rising from the forest floor, but he heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent.
The man stood and picked up his axe. He swung back his arm and though to strike the tree. Suddenly he stopped and turned and looked at the animals and the child.
Oh, wow. He's about to chop it. He hesitated, then he dropped the axe and walked out of the rainforest. Did he do the right thing?
Yes, he did.
Yes. Be kind to the earth, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other. Hope you enjoyed the story, boys and girls.